Welcome to the Class E State New York State playoff matchup as we have the Somers Tuskers coming into this matchup at 16-3 on the season, coming off a win in the Section 1 Class C championship against Rye 12-7 as they are taking on Wantagh, who comes into this matchup at 15-4, coming off a win against King Parks 16-15. I'm Benny Silk. I'm here with
Brandon Nappi
and Jayden Ferry, and we got in a very exciting matchup for you. First round of the Lacrosse State Playoffs. It's an honor to be back here calling another state game, this time for a sport I've fallen in love with this season of lacrosse. And yeah, when I started the season, I didn't really know anything about lacrosse and fall in love with the sport. And now we're here in the playoffs, which is great. But let's get started. So, Brandon, do you want to talk a little bit about what you've noticed? Somers has been playing great when coming with lacrosse this season.
Yeah, this whole season, I've noticed a lot of goals off face-offs, and that's with Matt Mayfield taking it right from the face-off and scoring for himself, or with one quick pass. I think the Tuskers have been great with that. I also think that they've been doing good with riding. That's preventing the other team from getting the ball across the line out of their defensive zone. I think they've done pretty good with that as well. Benny, what do you think?
Yeah, those are both things they've done very good at, but also something they've been great. They've been phenomenal on offense, being able to pull away from even great opponents and extending the lead going on these ones are things that have really helped this Tuskers team throughout the season. And yeah, that's the reason why they played very well. Also, this team has played very well together as a team throughout the season, and that's another big reason why the Tuskers have been playing as great as they have. It comes down, lacrosse is a big sport that comes down to team effort, and we've been seeing that by this team all season, playing very well together, coached very well, and all the players show that they want to win and been playing phenomenal throughout the season.
Yeah, and just want to add that their their attack style is really unique. Just been able to constantly get in the goal, especially in this previous game against Rye. That's just how they took it far, and I think we're likely going to see that today too.
Yeah, and now let's talk about Wantagh and the other teams that they have played this season. So Wantagh, another team that they've played this season that the Tuskers also played is Garden City, where they lost to 12-9. Tuskers lost to them 12-6. They also lost to Ridgefield 19-6, but a win against Pleasantville, a team that we dominated 23-7. They only beat by 4 points, 17-13, and then they won against Farmingdale 9-7 as we beat Farmingdale 9-6. So a lot of the opponents that both these teams have played, the Tuskers and Wantagh, both of these matchups have been very similar. So this one, it's going to be an exciting matchup, and it could be a flop-up. Wantagh has played very phenomenal, and obviously, as you know, the Tuskers have been playing very phenomenal throughout the season. But we're still trying to get the NFHS up. But what are your thoughts? Brandon, how do you think the Tuskers are going to play against this Wantagh team today?
I think they're going to play aggressive. This is going to be definitely one of the tougher games for them, but it's definitely a winnable game. I think they're just going to have to keep doing what they've been doing, moving the ball around, staying a little bit further out, and going in quickly.
Yeah, I think they have a really good chance. I agree with the aggression. I think it's definitely going to help them out. And that's just going to be their style to make it happen. I think after being Rye, it's a little easier, but it's still, they can't confirm any pathways to anywhere like the States just yet. I think aggression is definitely going to help, and some really tough defense, especially from the goalie as well. Hudson Ruby typically is in there.
All right, so now I want to hear both of your game predictions. Who do you think is going to take this one? What's your final score prediction?
I'll go first. My final score prediction is 9-6, Somers.
I have a little higher scoring game, probably more like 14-8.
Yeah,
Somers.
yeah, and if you missed the last game against yeah, Somers' defense played phenomenal throughout, and it was a 4-2 game at halftime. This Wantagh team is also very good on defense, and I think we're going to see a lot of defense, especially in the first half in this game as well. I do think Somers takes it and pulls away at the end, and that's how Somers has been able to win, by extending their lead, making their lead pretty big, and I think it's going to be Somers who takes this one. Final score is going to be 13-6. And let's talk about, do you guys want to talk a little bit about the Section 1 Class C championship game and how Somers did in that game, and what are just some highlights of that game?
Yeah. So definitely talk about that. That was a great team win. Somers, they were electric right out of the gates, and that continued throughout the game, and it kind of died out for Rye there. Looking back, we had a couple goals around. We had Matt Mayfield with a goal, Miguel Iglesias. But the big contributor this game was Cameron Violante with a 6-goal performance. That's amazing for him only as a sophomore. He's a bright future ahead at Somers High School. Jayden, anything you want to add about the game?
Yeah, I definitely gotta agree with you. Some younger talent is definitely coming in, like Cameron Violante. I think it was 6 goals there actually, out of the 12 that they got. Just incredible performance. And then I think their defense really held them too, because I mean, such a low score for Rye, such a tough opponent, is pretty impressive to see how Somers came out that game.
Yeah, so we're still currently waiting for the NFHS stream to start, but as we wait, you guys, so let's talk about, Brandon, what are some players to look out for in Somers in this game?
Yeah, players to look out for in this game. Nothing out of the ordinary here. We have Miguel Iglesias, Matt Mayfield taking those face-offs there. Tristan Iglesias, he has been a great help moving the ball around behind the net. And as we have the NFHS stream finally started, it appears the game has already started.
And we're off. So 32 is going to start off, is going to be with it as we're back. There is no scoreboard currently up on the NFHS, though, so we do not have a score for you currently, as it's going to be moving around. 22 is going to take it. It's going to wind up rolling out as there was an attempted shot for the goal. Somers looks to be closer to start this off, so Somers is going to take over.
Long pass from Tristan Watchell. He passes to Ruby. Ruby up to, that's the number 17 of JJ Penzo. Passes to Iglesias. Iglesias brings it to the top with a pass to Violante near the sidelines. Violante passes to Tristan. Tristan passes up to Kelly. Kelly on the far sideline now, trying to work past his defender. Works his way into the middle, but he's met by 2 other defenders there. He's going to drop back and pass to Cameron Violante. He's going to pass it over to Miguel Iglesias. Miguel passing back to his brother Tristan Iglesias, who passes it off to Russell G. Passing over to Ryan Brush. Ryan Brush passes to Kelly. Kelly passes to Iglesias.
So Iglesias now with it. Is going to find Kelly, as Kelly moving around, trying to go up for it. That's going to be a loose ball now. Ball on the ground, picked back up by Brush. So now movement for Ryan Brush. He's going to try to go. Goes to the back, tries to shoot the goal, but being closer as the Tuskers, it will be Tristan Iglesias who will start off with it once again. Who's going to find Violante, as it's going to cradle. Goes back. Cameron Violante has been phenomenal this season. Had 6 goals in the last game in the Section 1 championship, as it's movement to the back, taking it around, as Violante is going to take it, as it's going to be a loose ball, and it's going to wind up in Wantagh's hands, as Wantagh is going to start off with. So 20 is going to throw back out.
So when Wantagh started there, okay, first of all, long pass attempt. Looks like Somers might have picked it up there. But there's some juking action there earlier from Wantagh early in this game. Okay, looks like, yeah, it's a loose ball now. Wantagh grabs it. Number 1 on the left side. He's working his way. Now he's pretty much parallel with the goal. Just taking their time now. That's number 23. Not as much aggression as expected, early in this game. Now they're close to like the midfield line. Okay, so we're having some connectivity issues, but yeah, your score is still 0-0 so far.
I'm also confirming that, but yeah, as it looks, the score is 0-0, but may have missed something here as the teams are gathering around. So with it was Wantagh. They were going to take it around. Goes back up, and it goes in. So Wantagh there, number 21, gets the goal, and it's going to be a 1-0 lead for Wantagh.
I believe that was number.
That was number 25. My
yes.
apologies. Having TV makes it a little difficult, but number 25 of Joe Nicholson is going to get it in, and with that, it's going to be a 1-0 lead for Wantagh. So we're going to head back into the middle. As we're heading back out now, it's going to be Matt Mayfield out there for the face-off. Good one, you guys. All right, so back out now. So back now, Wantagh with it, tries to shoot the goal. It's going to wind up rolling out. So with that attempted shot, Wantagh's closer, and number 17, a Wantagh, Carter Lockman, is going to start off with it. So move.
Hello? I think I don't know.
What happened? Yeah, you don't have service. Your TV is.
I think you're.
I was there.
Okay, a little better now. 7,000. So that's.
I'll go in. Okay, this is showing now.
Wait, you want to get back on?
The game stream's back. Yep.
Cameras.
The camera might be.
No, I don't.
I think the camera might be part of the problem. The camera might be part of the problem, though. Put me on. I can commentate. Sorry, technical difficulties there. Experiencing some internet problems, but we're back. Tristan Glaciers with it now. Passes to Jimenez. Jimenez passes to Violante. Passes back to Jimenez. Jimenez in front of the goal. A shot over the goalie stick in for Dylan Jimenez. A goal for Somers.
So we apologize for the technical difficulties, but what a goal for Dylan Hernandez, who gets it on in to tie the score up at 1. And Dylan Hernandez, that's exactly what the Tuskers needed to do down in this one. And now it's going to be all tied up at 1. A great play by Dylan Hernandez. And we, again, apologize for the technical difficulties, but apparently Somers, so they finally have a scoreboard on. It's also NFHS having technical difficulties. The score is 3-2 Somers as they're finally getting started, but we'll be able to do the rest of the game. These things happen. You gotta understand they're not perfect, but we're here, and hopefully we'll be able to do the rest of this game. So we're back now. So we got Violante, who goes back to Tristan Iglesias in the back, who's gonna go back out to... Goes back out, is going to find Kelly, and a safe there to stop it from going in by Wantagh. All right, so 3-2 is the score as the Tuskers are going to take it back out now. Back out to Iglesias, who goes back out to Kelly. Kelly's going to find Brush, as it's going to be movement around now. Brush goes back out to Kelly as it goes back to Miguel Iglesias, as it's going to go up, and it's going to wind up going out in the back. But Cameron Violante, being the closest after the attempted goal, is going to take it. So movement around. It's going to go back out to Brush, back out to Kelly, as now Iglesias takes it underhand and...
in the net. Unsure who that was.
That's going to be another one for Wantagh as...
Somers.
For Somers, my apologies. And hard to tell who that was, as, Somers is now going to take a 4-2 lead as we're back. It is... as we're back in the middle for the face-off. I want to thank everyone currently tuning in and who stayed during our technical difficulties, as we're now going to be back out. So,
Timeout called.
Yeah, and while we have a timeout...
That's the end of the first period.
All right, so a fast end for the first period. Somers up 4-2 after the first. And we'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Watch the Soma Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman, I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble! This could be game!
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown!
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it sweet.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports Broadcast. You can find them on YouTube and Spotify. And welcome back as we start the second quarter now. 4-2, Somers leads as, Somers 16-3 on the season, Wantagh 15-4. And, this is an exciting matchup. 2 great teams. Wantagh, a great team from Long Island as well. Just 2 great teams overall. And let's talk some notes here. A few notes I have on Somers. So, what players may the Tuskers utilize more in this matchup, Brandon? What players may they use?
Yeah, it's going to be all their players. They're going to utilize all their players equally, all their starters equally, their big players, for a full team effort.
Yeah, and also some star players. Who are star players to look out for on Wantagh? So we got number 1 and number 22. That is Devin Pacquiao, and 22 Attilan Martin. As we're back in the middle, Matt Mayfield been phenomenal at the faceoffs all year long. As we're back out, it's going to be Matt Mayfield's going to take it. It goes down. Tristan Elysius tries to get it in, and it's going to go in. Bounce out, but winds up going in as it's going to be the Tuskers. A great play. So we got Matt Mayfield. Took it from the faceoff, found Tristan Iglesias, who took it in for the goal of number 21. And the Tuskers are going to take a 5-2 lead now. What a great play by Matt Mayfield and Tristan Iglesias as they get it on in. We're going to start back out in the middle now for a faceoff as a Matt Mayfield back out there. Hard to tell who that is for Wantagh, as it's the score 5-2, Somers up. And we're going to head back out. So Kelly's going to take it. Goes back out to Matt Mayfield. He's going to find Dylan Hernandez. Mendez goes back out. That's to Violande, as goes back out to Iglesias. Finds Miguel Iglesias, as now Kelly with it. So now Kelly moving around. It's going to go back out to Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias is going to find Camblin Violante, a 10-yard goal, as that one's going to go in. What a goal by Camblin Violante. Found the right, was able to shoot it in the right spot for it to go in. No one to block it there, and Violante gets the goal, making it a 6-2 lead now for the Tuskers. How about that? And what is the key to success for the Tuskers in this game? And key to success is loose balls and clearing are a few things, and also riding as well, which Brandon did talk a little bit about earlier today. As we're going to head back now in the middle for the face-off. Matt Mayfield's going to get it again. It's going to take it on back. It's going to find Iglesias, as it's going to be a loose ball now.
Some rough contact there between defender and Tristan Iglesias in front of the net. Ball was knocked loose after that. Now Wantagh with it. Interception by Somers, trying to get it over the line. So it's going to be Miguel Iglesias there with it now. He was able to knock down the ball that when they were trying to get it across. He's going to make a pass out in front to Jimenez. Jimenez with another goal there, assisted by Miguel Iglesias.
Number 16, they're going to find Dylan Hernandez, a fast pace goal. They confused Wantagh a little bit by moving the ball around fast to find Hernandez to get it in for the goal. Now a 7-2 game, as the Tuskers will be up by 5. And we got a timeout now for you. And as Somers calls their timeout, I'm gonna take a moment to talk a little bit about matchups for both these teams that have stood out this season. So Somers, their loss against New Canaan on April 8th, but New Canaan is one of the best teams in the nation, and the fact that Somers gave as great of a fight that they did, even though they lost 10-5, they gave up an incredible fight. It was very impressive. Even more so, the Somers JV team beat New Canaan's JV team in that game, in their game, in overtime. So a great day, even though they didn't win. That was a great game for Somers there. But that following game, that 18-6 win against Briarcliff, I think that was an important game this season. That helped get Somers back on track after their 2 losses, and they have been playing phenomenal ever since that game. And even in the games they lost, they played very good against these teams. Farmingdale, they won 9-6, and that was against a team that lost the Class A state championship last year. If we could beat a team that was in the state championship last year and in Class A, it helps make me feel pretty confident about this team. In addition, Wantagh also played Farmingdale this year, where they beat them 9-7 as well. As we're gonna head back out into the middle for the face-off. There's some more matchups I'll talk about in a bit.
Yeah, about 10 minutes remaining in the second period of play. Matt Mayfield for Somers out there to take the face-off. Set down now. Face-off goes backwards, and it's going to be scooped up by Mayfield. Mayfield bringing it across the line for Somers. Followed by his defender. Mayfield working in. Passes to Tristan Iglesias behind the net. Passing over to the other side of the far sideline to Cameron Violante. Violante passing to the top to Kelly. Kelly near the 30-yard line. Passes to Miguel Iglesias. Circling around, passes to Brush, who's coming in. Attempted pass to Kelly that rolls away, and it's going to be Wantagh ball.
So the ball rolls out, and number 26 will be throwing it in for Wantagh. All right, so as Jayden's figuring that out, we're gonna Wantagh's gonna take it on out.
Okay, so Wantagh. Oh wow, some aggressive stick checking, loose ball, and Somers picks it up. That's number 21. Go ahead.
So now, that's Cameron Violante who tries to find his teammate there. Kennedy and Iglesias was there, but it winds up going loose and going out of bounds. It was an attempted shot for the goal, but it's going to be Wantagh who's moved closer. Tuskers up 7-2, however, early in this one, as it's going to be a movement now. Three's going to go back out. Going to find number 1 of Wantagh as movement down the field. It's going to go back out to number 22 as it's taking his time now. Guard there by Somers that waiting. That is Logan Ruby. Logan Ruby, also a varsity football player, important varsity football player on defense. He had a pick 6 in the New York State Class A varsity football state championship as well. As it's going to be circling around the goal. Going to find number 22, goes back out to 17, who's going to find number 25, who's going to take it up, and it's going to wind up rolling out of bounds. So,
out of bounds there, and it's going to stay with Wantagh for the time being. Number 1 of Wantagh, bringing it back in, waiting for his teammates to move around to get him out of the corner there. He's going to work his way to the middle of the net behind there. Coming around the front, makes a pass to number 3. 3 shot is deflected away, and it rolls out of bounds again. And Wantagh is going to stay with it there. 32 for Wantagh to bring it back in. Wantagh now coming in hot with an attempted pass to the middle. And it's going to be a low shot that rolls away, but it looks like they were out of time before that shot happened. So it's going to be Somers' ball.
So now it's going to be Tristan Wachell who's going to start off with it. So Wachell going to throw it back out. Fast movement now for Somers, who finds the standout varsity football wide receiver of Dean Palazzolo, who brings it down.
Flag out there.
As they're going to be passing it around now. Still continue to play. Tristan Iglesias going to find Miguel Iglesias there, taking his time. He's going to go to the back now. He's going to find Mason Kelly. Kelly's going to taking his time as now another flag out, and it looks like that is going to stop the play. But as we have a second, what may we expect to see from Wantagh? Brandon, what are some things we may expect?
Yeah. So Wantagh is going to play at a very fast pace and mix their defense, which I don't think we're seeing that fast pace that Coach Hirsch was talking about so far, as Wantagh has spent most of their time in this game on defense, especially in the second period.
And as we do get towards halftime, don't go anywhere at halftime because we have a halftime show. We'll be recapping and talking about this game and making predictions for the second half, talking about players that have stuck out and more. So make sure to stay tuned for that as well. So we're going to head back out now as the teams are spread out. And we're going to get started in just a moment. So Somers and Wantagh both spread it on out as it's going to be the Tuskers. Miguel Iglesias starts off with it. It's going to go back out to Tristan Iglesias, who's taking it around. Tristan Iglesias back to Cameron Violante, who goes back out to Brush, who finds Kelly now. Kelly goes back, finds Iglesias, back to Kelly now. Iglesias with it, finds Brandon Lyle, who goes back out to Cameron Violante. That was actually Jimenez who found Cameron Violante there. So after that, there is a call, and we'll wait to see what that is. So we got Cameron Violante, who will be starting off a little more far back around the 30, and the teams are spreaded on out. They're playing this game out at Yorktown High School. Of course, we're doing a virtual. Yorktown High School, also where they did the Section 1 Class C, and all the Section 1 winners. Congratulations to all the Section 1 winners as well. As we're now back out, as we're going to go back, it's going to find Tristan Iglesias as it goes back out. It's going to find Miguel Iglesias.
Miguel behind the net with it. Gonna pass to the middle to find Tristan. Tristan Iglesias right in front of the net. Around the keeper in for another goal for Somers.
That's going to be at least Tristan Iglesias' second goal of the day. Maybe more, but it's another goal for Tristan Iglesias.
Second goal of the day for number 21.
As the Tuskers against a team that also played very well against Widgefield. New Canaan, they did lose to 16-5, so the Tuskers did play better against them. But a team that was going to be a big challenge, the Tuskers have taken control of the game. That's what the Tuskers have been very great at all season long, taking control of the game, making it a big lead, and that's what they're doing today so far. So now Matt Mayfield wins the faceoff once again, taking it down the field. It's going to go back out to Mason Kelly. Mason Kelly goes up. It's going to go in from Mason Kelly. Mason Kelly going to play lacrosse at Brown University, as obviously he is a great lacrosse player, and that one goes in. He also was the running back for the varsity football team. We're actually watching little varsity football on NFHS for number 11 of Mason Kelly, and he was a key reason why he won that state championship as well, in addition to Miguel Iglesias, and why the Tuskers were so great this season. But we're now going to head back now out once again for Matt Mayfield, and the Tuskers start off in the face-off.
It's a 9-2 game here in the second period of play. Somers jumping ahead early. Face-off won once again by Mayfield. He scoops it up, and he's going for a quick shot. I believe it's going to be fielded by the goalie and can bounce back out, and it looks like we have a player down in front of the net, a Somers player down. So we're going to stop here for a moment as the trainer comes out onto the field.
Yeah, and let's hope he is okay. But as we stop for a moment, I'm going to just continue talking a little bit about Somers' games. So that 23-7 win over Pleasantville this year, that was just a phenomenal game. It was a blowout against a team that the Tuskers lost to in overtime last year. But the game that really stuck out, the win over the Class B Section 1 champions, and that was really a big blowout and dominant game win against a team that also eliminated the Tuskers in the playoffs last year in Greeley 20-6. So we're going to get started off once again.
So that was Matt Mayfield who was down. We know he experienced some discomfort towards the end of last game. So he's going to be walked off the field by the trainer. As play restarts, we have Cameron Violante taking a quick shot that goes over the net, and it's going to stay Somers' ball.
So it's going to be Tristan Iglesias who is going to start off with it.
Okay, so Tristan is going to be heavily guarded, but he's going to try to run around, and he tries to score in the top left part of the net. It's going to miss, but Somers is going to get it once again. Ref is going to restart. Now they're starting from behind the net. He's working over to the right side, real tight. Another shot attempt, but it's going to go out of bounds. Looks like Somers is going to get that once again.
So it's going to be Dylan Hernandez who's going to be starting off with it, throwing it back in for Somers. Got Somers all spread out. We got Brush out in the back. Violante right there as well. As Brush is going to bring it back in. Tristan Iglesias, Miguel Iglesias in front for a short pass as well. As it's going to keep it. Brush with it. Goes up, and that's going to be Hernandez who gets it in. Dylan Hernandez gets one for the Tuskers. As that one goes in, the Tuskers just playing great today, as that goal makes it a 10-2 game.
That's going to be the number 16 of Jimenez with his third goal of the day.
What a great play by Hernandez, taking it back in and bringing it right to the goal, getting it underneath to get that one in. And Dylan Hernandez, a player that's been great for the Tuskers throughout the season. He helped start off the Tuskers season, that first game against Scarsdale. Less than 5 seconds into that game, he got the goal for the Tuskers. The Tuskers were up 1-0. That's how the Tuskers season started, and he started the momentum for the season and has not stopped since. As they're going to take it now to the back. It's going to find Miguel Iglesias, as Miguel Iglesias goes to the back. And he's going to find Rush, it looked like, but it winds up going off to the left and going out. So it's going to be Tristan Iglesias who's going to start back off with it. So Tristan Iglesias brings it in, goes back out to Kelly. Kelly goes back out, finds Matt Battaglia. As Matt Battaglia with it goes back out to Russell, finds Kelly. Kelly now taking it. Mason Kelly goes back out to Russell. As it goes up, it's going to bounce off to the left as that one winds up not going. 6:14 left as now it's going to be Wantagh bringing it down. Somers has had the ball a lot, but in this one, dominating and holding on to the ball, which is another way they've been very good at, and Matt Mayfield in the middle, the face-offs, but Somers is going to take that one back.
Yeah, Somers bringing it back. Pass across the middle attempted for Iglesias is intercepted as the referees stopped the play. Play has stopped. We have 5:52 remaining in the second period. And players kind of doesn't look like a timeout, but the players kind of grouping together near the sideline.
So yeah, a call here. They're just taking a second, and while we have a second, let's talk a little bit about a question I asked Coach Hirsch. So I asked him, what does it mean to this Tusker squad to be Section 1 Class C champions? And he said it means a lot to us and was no doubt a team's goal to be in and win that game. Our kids, the Somers Tuskers, deserve that moment and more, and they're very excited to try to keep achieving the goals they set out for themselves as a team. And yeah, this team, it's a special group of kids. They have come in determined since the beginning of the season, and they have played great. And yes, there's a reason why a good amount of these players are also going to college for lacrosse, including Miguel Iglesias going to Notre Dame, Mason Kelly going to Brown University, Logan Ruby going to Springfield College, and Tristan Wachell going to Emerson. So, Brandon.
Yep, so Wantagh to start off with it again. 17 passes to 3, a long pass behind the net. It's going to come out from behind the net to find 9. Sorry, 5. 5 with it, trying to work his way in front of the net. He's going to be unable, so he's going to head behind. A quick pass out in front of the net, and it's going to be a goal there for number 3 of Wantagh. Goal there for Wantagh, making this a 10-3 game with 5:27 remaining in the second period.
And with that, it's going to be Wantagh who gets on the board as they're able to get it in. Now Matt Mayfield and Wantagh is going to head off back in the middle for the face-off.
And now while we have a second here, we're going to look at the captains for Somers. So our captains for Somers going to be Dean Palazzolo, Matt Mayfield, Miguel Iglesias, Logan Ruby, Mason Kelly, Ryan Brush, and Tristan Wachtel, as Somers has once again won the face-off. So Miguel Iglesias is going to be with it near the Somers sideline. He's going to pass it back to the top to Brush. Brush pass to Kelly. Kelly passing over to Violante. Violante back to Brush at the top. Brush trying to work his way in. Has some Somers players in the middle. Brush is going to take a shot. It's going to be deflected. Race for the ball as it goes towards the line, and it's going to be out of bounds. Awarded to Wantagh. 5 minutes remaining in the second period of play. 10-3. Your Somers Tuskers lead.
So it's going to go back out now for Wantagh, taking it around as Wantagh, as it's going to wind up being
a timeout taken by Wantagh, I believe.
Yeah, and now let's talk a little bit about Wantagh. Let's talk a little bit about Somers goalies. So as the Somers goalies, first we have Hudson Ruby, who's been phenomenal throughout the season. We also have Ryder Pelkey and Andrew Marzella, who's also played a bit this season as well and is phenomenal. Fun fact, he is also an Eagle Scout as well, as we both were at did the same Eagle Court of Honor. But as we have a moment, let's talk a little bit about Coach Hirsch. Brandon, do you want to talk a little bit about Coach Hirsch's coaching history?
Yeah. So, Coach Hirsch, he started his coaching career as an assistant coach at Hampden Sydney College in 2008, and then Leinberg University for 2 years. That was in 2009 to 2010. He served as assistant coach at Hen Hud from 2011 to 2023, and then has come over to Somers for the past 2 years. That's just a little bit about Coach Hirsch there.
And 10-3, if you're just getting here, 10-3 is the score as Somers is up by 7. They've been playing phenomenal in this one with 4:46 left. This Tuskers team from the beginning, they have been playing strong and very well together, and teams are gonna spread out and start in 1 second. But been a great performance throughout by the Tuskers. Up by 7 in this state playoff game against one of the best teams. Yes, this shows how great this Tuskers squad is, and that is really showing early in this one. So, gonna go back out now to 17 of Wantagh. Gonna find 32. So 32 taking it around as it's gonna go back, goes to the back. It's going to find 17. 17 taking it. That's going to be movement around 17 to the back as it goes back out to number 1. As it goes up, and it's going to wind up going out. But as it was attempted shot for the goal, it's going to be Wantagh who's going to be able to continue with it. So number 1 of Wantagh is going to be starting back off with it. So Wantagh with it, movement around. Taking it around, it's gonna go to the back, and it's gonna be a loose ball. Tries to lose it. Wantagh grabs it, but then Somers is gonna call. I believe it looks like they called it or something. Somers is gonna have a wind up with it as it's gonna be Logan. It's gonna be Violante. He goes back out to Valesky, who finds Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias goes up. Did that go in?
No, it did not. Very close. It looks like when he came around, he hit the back of the net from the outside. So it was no goal. They stopped for a second there to confirm. But it was in the goalie's stick instead of the net. So no goal there. Wantagh ball.
So Wantagh now with it as they're going to take it to the back. And movement out now, a loose ball there. Who's going to wind up with it as the ball's on the ground? It's going to be taken back. Logan Ruby winds up with it, but now it's going to wind up coming loose and going out of bounds with Wantagh, who forced that drop there. Wantagh is going to take it over 23. We looked to have a call here again by the referees.
A timeout, Somers.
So, yeah, Somers calls a timeout. Cool fact, I didn't even know about Lacrosse is, each team has 5 timeouts for the half, which that's a lot of timeouts because, like football has 3 and basketball, I believe, has like 6 or something. But yeah, it's interesting to see how many timeouts they have in this one. But with 3:18 left in the first half, yeah, so let's talk a little bit about why we're here, what we do. Brandon, do you want to talk a little bit about the Sports Broadcasting Club?
Yeah, the Sports Broadcasting Club, a club at Somers High School. We have the privilege of commentating these Somers games for you. We also record a weekly podcast. We had our last one of this school year, came out last night. Go check it out if you haven't already. It's a little bit longer. It was the last one of the school year, the last one that our president, Benny, graduating, is going to be on, and some of the last broadcasts that we will share with Benny.
Yeah, and we did a lot of cool things in that episode. We did some SSBC trivia. We did a NFL card prediction game as well, so make sure to check this out. And then I go on and also predict the NBA finals. And at that point, the Eastern Western conferences were still going on. But yeah, and spoiler, I may have predicted the Knicks. But yeah, so 10-3 is the score. And and we're going to get back in a second. But as we have a second, I want to talk a little bit about Coach Spillane's coaching history. He is the assistant coach for the Somers Varsity Tuskers, and he grew up on Long Island and played at Curry High School, not too far from Wantagh, actually. And Coach Spillane was very fortunate to have a dad and a brother who also played lacrosse. After high school, Coach Spillane went and played at Manhattan College. Since then, he has been coaching high school lacrosse for 12 years, ever since he graduated. Coach Spillane has been at Somers for 2 years and have coached at a few different places like Bronxville and John Jay before that. Yeah, that's Coach Spillane's coaching history. Brandon or Jayden, do you want to take it away?
Yeah, so Somers started back up with it. Hudson Rubin made a long pass, just throwing it into the offensive zone for Somers, but is eventually going to be scooped up by Wantagh, 24 making a long pass for Wantagh. Be intercepted there by Logan Rube, I believe, who's going to pass it to Miguel Iglesias at the line. Miguel Iglesias passing off to Violante, who passes back to Kelly. Kelly near the far sideline here. He's going to calm it down. He's going to work his way behind the net for an attempted pass to Tristan Iglesias that he's unable to handle. No one over there to guard him, so he's able to scoop that up pretty easily. And it looks like he's going to calm it down. He's going to try to work his way in now as he has some Somers offensive players in the middle, like his brother Miguel Iglesias, who he passes to, attempts a behind-the-back shot that goes wide.
So with that, it's going to be Dylan Jimenez being closer after the attempted goal. He's going to start back off with it. So Jimenez going to take it away. We got Iglesias off to his right as he's going to find Iglesias. Iglesias moving around. Miguel Iglesias to the back, goes up. It's going to go off to the right, not going in, but a great shot that almost went in by Miguel Iglesias. Unfortunately, it just didn't have the angle there, but Tuskers being closer, they're going to get it back. So Jimenez taking it, goes around, and Dylan Jimenez, another goal for him. At least his second, probably even more, as that one is going to go in for Jimenez.
His fourth goal of the night.
16. As the 16 of Dylan Jimenez gets it in. 11-3 now. The Tuskers are up. This is just amazing how they are playing against this team that was supposed to be a close defensive battle. This Wantagh squad apparently has a great defense, but the Tuskers are currently dismantling their defense today. So, yeah, a great job by this Tusker squad. They're doing it off again. We got Matt Mayfield out there for the face-off. It's going to be a loose ball. Matt Mayfield had it, but lost it. It's going to be taken back by Wantagh, but a loose ball there. Kelly tries to pick it up, and Wantagh gets it back, but a loose ball again. Somers knock it out, but Wantagh able to find the ball once again. An underhand pass is going to go back. Matt Mayfield picks it up for the Tuskers. Goes back out to Violante, as Violante is going to take it. Takes it back. It's going to find Kelly, who goes back now. Ball movement around. A loose ball. It's going to be taken back by Wantagh. So number 30, bring it. A loose ball once again. Loose again. Who's going to win? It's going to be Wantagh who takes it back. So Wantagh with it. 25 goes back to number 1. Finds number 17. 17 taking it down. Who goes back out to 32. Movement down the field now as it goes back out to 17. 17 taking it, guarded by as it goes up, and that one's going to go in. Number 17 of Wantagh, Carter Lochman. I believe he's at multiple goals for him today, as that one is going to go in, and it's now going to be an 11-4 game. So they took it down the field, found and Lochman took it, got it in the angle, and got it in. Guys, do you have any thoughts on that play?
That's a nice play. I mean, Somers was playing very, very aggressive after that face-off there. A lot of stick checking, and I think maybe it pulled them off of the ball a little bit there. As we come back in, a face-off, it's going to trickle all the way back to the Somers net, and it's going to be scooped up by Hudson Ruby as he is checked, and it rolls away out of bounds. Player is very aggressive right now, as it's going to be Wantagh ball with 53 seconds remaining in the half.
There's been some heavy contact between players. Now we have Wantagh at the top, heading more towards the left. Actually, pass over to the right. So now they're starting a little bit of a circle technique. Somers' defense holding them tight. Roughly two defenders on him. Wantagh, a roughly 10 to 15 yard shot, makes it in. That brings your score to 5-11.
Number 17, once again, of Carter Watchman is gonna get that one in, as that's his second, I think it's his third goal of the day. Second goal of the day, as that one goes in. Watchman able to get two quick goals to make the lead back down to 6. Somers just letting up 2 goals, but they've done that throughout the season, and after this, Somers has always been able to regroup and figure it out when the other team has gone on streaks like this, and I'm sure they'll easily be able to do that again, as Matt Mayfield's going to take it to the back, as it's going to be movement to the back. Movement to the back now. It's going to find number 21 of Tristan Iglesias, back out to Miguel Iglesias. Going to find Kelly. Kelly taking it now. And, yeah, cool thing. Just the Somers team have gotten so used to their numbers, as goes back out. It's going to be a loose ball there as one's going out of bounds. But what I was saying is, yeah, the Somers team have just gotten so used to these numbers. I don't even use the Somers roster anymore, except when the backups come on in.
A quick shot with 1 second remaining. Miguel Iglesias took from right in front of his sideline. It was wide. There's nothing else he could have done there. There was 1 second there. So that's going to bring us into halftime. Somers, 11-5.
Stay tuned for our halftime show after a quick commercial break. Watch the Somers Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
To win it 26-23, the Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman, I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Somers Sports Broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
All right, and welcome to our halftime show. It is currently an 11-5 game. Somers winning against Wantagh in the New York State Boys Lacrosse Regional Championship. We're going to start off with a quick recap of the first half. So before our stream started and before the NFHS stream started, we had 2 goals for Somers. We do not know the players, and 1 goal for Wantagh that we do not know the players for. And then once we were started, right away, Wantagh number 25 with a goal. Returning immediately, we had Dylan Jimenez with a goal assisted by Cameron Violante. After that, another Somers goal. The camera did not show the player. We were unable to get the number there, but there was another Somers goal there. That brings us into the second quarter. At the start of the second quarter, instantly, Tristan Iglesias with a goal assisted by Matt Mayfield. Matt Mayfield made a quick pass off the faceoff and in for a goal. Cameron Violante had a goal assisted by Miguel Iglesias. Dylan Jimenez had a goal assisted by Miguel Iglesias, and Tristan Iglesias had an unassisted goal. After that, Mason Kelly with a goal for himself, assisted by Matt Mayfield off a faceoff once again. Dylan Jimenez had a goal unassisted, and then Wantagh number 3 had a goal unassisted. Dylan Jimenez another goal for himself there. Dylan Jimenez has 4 goals on the day at halftime, and Wantagh number 17 had 2 goals to end off the second half. Benny, what are your thoughts on this first half of play?
What a performance, especially throughout this one on the Tuskers defense side of things. And on offense, their offense has been very impressive in this game as well. Putting up 11 against a very well played Wantagh squad, and that just shows the team effort and the great team effort and how great this Tuskers squad has been working well together all season long. And just an amazing performance by them. But I think obviously if they just continue playing how they've been playing in the first half, they should be able to take this one in the second half. So let's see. But the Tuskers, this team has just been playing phenomenal throughout. Jayden, what are your thoughts?
I think it's just a great performance by both teams. And more so Somers, obviously. I just want to shift more to predictions now. I really think that my prediction can still be possible, which was 14-8. So maybe 16-8, something around there. I'm thinking is what's gonna happen. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm feeling like when I said before 13-7, but how well the Somers team is playing, I think they could even possibly reach their usual amount of points, around 20. But I still think Somers is gonna be focusing on being able to hold on to this lead and taking it, maybe focusing more on defense in the second half and just stopping this Wantagh offense. But I think it's gonna be Somers who takes this one, and I think I'm gonna say 18, and I'll give Wantagh scoring 9. So 18-9, Somers takes this one and advances to Middletown to play. That game will be on Wednesday. We do plan to do something for that game, possibly in person, or if not, we'll be back here doing this. And then after that, they do head to the championship. But yeah, Brandon, what is your prediction for the second half?
Yeah, my final score prediction from before the game was 10-8. That is already not possible. Somers already has 11 goals. Yeah, I see Somers scoring a lot more in the second half. Somers, when they go on these streaks of scoring of multiple goals, like for example in the second half, they scored about 4 goals without any response from Wantagh. They're dangerous when they do that. So if they do that again in the second half, I can see this being an 18-7 game at the end.
Yeah, Somers has been great at that all season long. Exactly what he said. But any impressive plays in this game? You guys go first.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of impressive plays. This Somers offense has been performing exceptionally so far in this game. If I had to pick one, it would probably have to be Cameron Violante's goal assisted by Miguel Iglesias.
Yeah, that was a great goal. But also another one, that face-off return by Matt Mayfield, who took it down, who found Tristan Iglesias getting that one in for the goal. So that was a great goal as well. I think that is the play of the game. Jayden, any plays stuck out?
Yeah, I think the quick goals are pretty good, but I think the farther distance ones really stand out to me. Shooting from like 15 yards away. I can't point specifically at which ones, but it's happened from Wantagh and Somers. I think twice by Wantagh, so pretty impressive there. They just get in from like a far distance, which just makes it so much harder. But it just has been working out, and it's really impressive to see.
Yeah, and definitely the Tuskers have just been playing great. But is there any players that have stuck out in the first half to you guys?
Players, I'm going to take the obvious one. Dylan Jimenez, 4 goals. He's been playing amazing. We saw the same thing last game with Cameron Violante having a lot of goals. So Dylan Jimenez is on track right there to have a bunch of goals for this game.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. Dylan Jimenez, he's just been great throughout the game, and yeah, you gotta say Dylan Jimenez. But also a few players have shown up: Matt Mayfield, Tristan Iglesias, Miguel Iglesias, Cameron Violante, Dean Palzo. They've also been playing pretty great. But Jayden, what about you? Any players that have stuck out?
I mean, I think it's just been the whole team, to be honest. It's really hard to point exactly. Yeah, Jimenez, some great scoring from him. So same with, Violante, Kelly, Iglesias. I think just those 4 players really bring it in for the scoring side of things. And then on the defensive side, I think, Hudson Ruby's really holding it off, really keeping Wantagh score low.
Yeah, and Yeah, as we get ready now for the second half, teams are warming up.
Yeah, now
Um,
shortly before we do head back to the game, something I want to talk about with you guys. Miguel Iglesias has no goals so far, only assists. He's sleeping a little bit today. Is Wantagh defense really on him, you guys think?
Yeah, they probably. Well, we don't know if he had a goal in the beginning or not
It's
because
possible.
the stream wasn't working in the beginning. But yeah, they've been. Wantagh has been focusing a lot on Iglesias, and I think that actually has helped Somers, if anything, because they've been able to. That means they've been able to utilize the other players a bit more, and those other players have been able to show up and get the big plays and extend that lead. So putting all that pressure on Iglesias has really helped these other players succeed and play great.
Yeah, definitely. I think the Wantagh and Rye have really been focusing on their D1 commits, and that's just enabled for the other players to get in on these openings and really just hammer it in and get some good scoring in. I think that's definitely what's been happening.
Yeah, just like Coach Hirsch talked about, everyone needs to show up and help here. And those other players in these past 2 games, like Cameron Violante and Dylan Jimenez, have been showing up when some of the bigger players, not bigger, but the commits like Miguel Iglesias or Mason Kelly are being more heavily guarded, and they're finding their openings, and they're getting those goals that are really helping Somers pull away and have such a big lead here.
Yeah, that really makes me wonder if Wantagh is going to try to focus on other players instead after seeing that, focusing on the D1 commits has definitely opened up some spots, some holes for the other teams, or for the other offensive players. And I think Wantagh might change their strategy a little bit.
Yeah, let's see what they come up for in the second half. As it's the start of the third quarter now, Matt Mayfield and the Tuskers and Wantagh back out there now for the middle for the faceoff. 32 is out there for Wantagh. Matt Mayfield's going to take it right down the field, tries to get a fast goal, but unfortunately it's going to go too high, Brandon.
Yeah, so Somers is going to keep with it now. I believe that's Tristan Iglesias to bring him back in. Yes, he's going to pass off to Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias passes up to Mason Kelly. Mason Kelly trying to work in. Potential screen from Brush. Kelly passes off to Jimenez. Jimenez trying to work a way in. Being stick checked. He's going to move back and pass to Tristan Iglesias, who's going to pass it to the side of Miguel Iglesias. Back up to Mason Kelly. We're seeing a circle formation here. Mason Kelly coming around the side with a shot. Shot knocked down by the keeper and covered.
So it's going to be Wantagh who starts back off with it. 32 with it now. Has movement around. Guard by Tristan Iglesias on the guard. Tries to stop him as he's going to be able to hold on now. There is Violante and Tristan Iglesias on him. Is he able to get around? Yes, he is. He's going to throw across the field. Who ends up with it? It's going to go right to Wantagh there as that one goes up and it goes in. Wind up getting it in. That is number 3 who gets it in for Wantagh as that one rolls on in. As now it's going to be an 11-6 game. So 11-6, it's now down to a 5-point game as Sean Stanzlik, number 3, gets it in, and that's his first goal of the day. We're going to head back in the middle once again for the faceoff.
Matt Mayfield, he's still in after his injury, and he's going to very unanimously win the faceoff. He's going to take it into the offensive zone right away for Somers. He's going to have a shot opportunity. Shot in for Mayfield. Somers answers right back off the faceoff. Matt Mayfield wins the faceoff and then has a goal of his own there.
What a play for Matt Mayfield, who gets it on in. And with that, it is going to be, that is Matt Mayfield's first goal of the day. He took it from the house, from the face-off, and put it on in. What a goal for Matt Mayfield. Now we're going to head back again for the face-off. Let's see if Matt Mayfield is able to do the same thing, as that was number 6 of Matt Mayfield. Now back in the middle With it, Matt Mayfield wins the face-off once again. Movement around as Matt Mayfield's going to take it down the field. Matt Mayfield goes to the back. It's going to be a loose ball there. A loose ball, and it's going to be picked up by Tristan Iglesias back out to Miguel Iglesias, but the call is going to be Wantagh's ball as 20's going to take it back, throws it across. With it now, it's going to be loose. A loose ball there. It's going to be picked back up by Wantagh. Wantagh to the back. 24 finds 17 as that one is going to wind up rolling out of bounds. So, going to be Brandon Lyle being the closest after going. It was as Wantagh touched it last. Brandon Lyle takes it over. So now Hudson Ruby is going to throw it back out. It's going to find Tristan Watchell. As Watchell is going to take it. Movement around for Watchell. Watchell in the back as he's going to take it forward. Watchell movement. It's going to go back out to Violante. Violante with it in the back. Violante taking it. Takes it to the back now as it goes back out. It's going to find Hernandez. Hernandez with it. Goes back out to Brush. Brush taking his time now as guarded by number 3. Goes back to his teammate. Finds his fellow senior, Mason Kelly, as Kelly goes back out. Both of them also part of the varsity football team, in addition to many of these other players on the field, as Hernandez has it, Brandon.
Jimenez passes to Violante near the Wantagh sideline. Violante trying to find a path to a middle, maybe passing off. Gonna attempt to pass to Miguel Iglesias in the middle. It's gonna knock loose. He's gonna hit it towards Ryan Brush, and it will be scooped up by Miguel Iglesias at the feet there of Ryan Brush. Miguel Iglesias passes off to Tristan Iglesias, who makes a shot, and it's gonna be wide. It's gonna go out of bounds. Wantagh's goalie rushes back towards the line, so it will be a Wantagh ball there.
Alrighty, so Wantagh now starting from the back. Now goalie has possession. Some shorter medium passes there. Now he's roughly 40-yard line. Somers defenders holding him tight, doing that riding strategy as mentioned before. Now he's going out to the right side with 2 defenders on him. He's going to trip and fall. It's going to be a flag actually called on Somers there.
So that does go out of bounds. The call looks like it's going to be Wantagh's ball, as that is on Somers. So Wantagh is going to start back off with it.
All right, so Wantagh taking their time after that flag. I guess they're not starting just yet. Once again, your score is Somers 12-6 with 8 minutes 38 seconds left on the clock. Yeah, they're waiting for the signal to start.
So teams are spread out, and let's see what they have here. Somers' defense, again, has been playing phenomenal in this one. And, yeah, they don't... Hudson Ruby on the goal. He has stopped multiple goals for Wantagh, but also Somers has been doing a great job holding onto the ball, taking more clock time with possession of the ball. And that's something, yeah, Somers has been playing really great at today. So Wantagh now starting off back with it.
Wantagh doing a little bit of a passing game. Now it's the one at the top. He's going to pass real tight. And Somers is going to hold it off. They're not going to get possession. That's Tristan Watchell now with the ball.
What a stop by Hudson Ruby. Has been phenomenal all season as the Tuskers goalie. Another big stop there to give the Tuskers the ball back, as it's going to be. It goes up and it goes in. Who got that? It looks to be Kennedy.
Greg Kennedy of number 19.
I believe that was Kennedy. Screen was a little faded there, but anyway, it was a goal for the Tuskers. Tuskers are going to go up 13-6 now, as they extend the lead by 7. And going to head back out into the middle again for the face-off. And as we have a moment, I just want to give a shout-out to all the I want to give a shout-out and thank you for all the Somers lacrosse coaches that have supported us our broadcasting and our club throughout this lacrosse season. So Coach Hirsch, Coach Spillane, Coach DeVito, Coach Flicko, and Coach Azula, who we also had a post-game interview with. And yeah, so thank you for all of you. And also, yeah, just for supporting us throughout the season. I believe there's also a few more coaches.
Yeah, a few more coaches. Coach Ragusa, Coach DeVito, older DeVito, Coach Morgan, Coach Packard, our athletic trainer Mullen, and our team managers as well.
So they're going to take it back out now as going to go back. It's now Hernandez back with it. Hernandez taking it out. A great play to trick up Wantagh there as it goes back down to Tristan Iglesias. Finds Violante back out to Hernandez as Rush now with it. Rush goes back out. It's going to find Kelly as that one goes up and it winds up rolling out as it's going to be Wantagh who picks it back up. So Wantagh now taking it. Movement down. It's going to find number 30 as guarded by Kennedy. Kennedy, great defense there. Does he push him out of bounds? It's going to be Somers' ball.
Yeah, Somers, this is going to be a timeout called. I believe it's going to be Wantagh's timeout.
And yeah, so while we have a moment, let's talk about Wantagh's game schedule. Just some games that have stuck out on the Wantagh side of things. So they lost to Garden City, who Somers lost to 12-6. They lost them 12-9, so they gave Garden City a very good Garden City squad a great fight. They also lost to Ridgefield 16-9, who Somers also played. Also gave Ridgefield squad the top 12 team in the nation an amazing fight as well. And then a win against Pleasantville. They played Pleasantville, but it was a close game against a team that Somers dominated 17-13. But a win against Pleasantville, but then the big one, they beat Farmingdale at 9-7, where Somers beat them 9-6 as well. But yeah, those are a few games that have stuck out for me on the Wantagh side of things this season.
And just to add on to the thank you for everyone that is watching. I believe that we are now 334 views, currently 19 viewers. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And yeah, those of you that watching, we just really appreciate it so much. And yeah, so we're now spread it on back out again. So Brandon, take it away.
Wantagh remaining with possession there. Pass near the Somers sideline. 25 to the middle now to 17-17. Passing to the far sideline. Pass behind the net. Number 1 with it. Passing over to the back to number 3. It looks like 3 in the middle with another goal over the right shoulder of Hudson Ruby. Couldn't get his stick there in time. That's Wantagh, number 3 with another goal.
John Stanzik's second goal of the day. 13-7 now the score. This was my final score prediction at the beginning of this game. But as we head back in the middle, I want to just also give a moment to thank all the coaches this season that have helped us, and a special shout out to Mr. Haddam and Miss Tippett has helped us so much this year getting this thing up and doing so much for us to be able to call these games. And they also awarded me with this thing, and I very much appreciate it. It's a nice little trophy they gave me, and I want to thank them for that as well. Want to put it here as it's out for the face-off. Matt Mayfield's going to take it back.
All right. Face-off won by Somers, so Jimenez with it. Jimenez having some trouble getting off the line. Over the line there. He does get it over into the offensive side. Somers on offense now. Somers. Jimenez passes to Miguel Iglesias. Curling around, passes behind the net to his brother Tristan Iglesias. Somers nice and calm right now. Tristan appears to slips and makes a pass back out to Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias working for the net. Miguel Iglesias doesn't have a goal yet in this game. Passes over to Brush. Brush passes behind the net to Jimenez. and Jimenez is going to come in front of the net, try to work his way towards the goal, and he's going to have a shot, and it's going to be knocked down by the number 25 of Wantagh.
Wantagh 25 not allowing that one to go in as he's going to take it on back. That's going to be movement down for Wantagh as it goes back out to 24 and working together there. 25 finds 24 of John Gaddels, who gets it in for Wantagh back to a 5-point game. So 25 had it and found 24 for the goal. And that was just a great play. The teammates finding each other, getting it in the right position to get around this phenomenal Somers defense and gets it on in. And we see umbrellas up on the TV. We may be having some rain currently going on in Yorktown but third quarter, 13-8 is your score. And once again, we're back into the middle for the face-off. And guys, what are some things you've noticed throughout the game today?
Throughout the game today, I noticed a lot of face-off wins. I think there's only been 1 or 2 face-offs that Matt Mayfield has not won, as he wins another face-off right here. Number 6 coming in with a quick pass to Iglesias, a little too high for him to handle, but if that pass was received, that would have been a great position for a shot right in front of the goal. Probably would have been another goal for Tristan Iglesias, but as we go out of bounds, it will be Wantagh closest.
Wantagh's going to take it back now as it goes back to 32. 32 taking it. Now moving around, goes by multiple Somers players to get to the other side. We're on the block there as now back out to 17, who's going to go back, finds 32 as it goes back to 25. 25 taking it now as it's moving around. It goes up and 25 gets the goal. That's going to be Joe Nicholson who gets it in. And now Wantagh is on a little bit of a run, making it a 4-point game as they go around and get it on in. A great underhand pass to get that one in.
Yeah, you can definitely see Wantagh is climbing the ladder here and scoring. Yeah, they've just been coming through with the past few shots, really making it in. I think it's definitely because they're getting really close to the goal. Some aggressive movement there, and they get right in front of the goal, making it harder for Hudson Ruby to block. But I think that's just their strategy. We have 5 minutes, 21 seconds left. Here's the face-off.
Yeah, and as the faceoff is awarded to Wantagh, I just want to note that Wantagh has scored 3 goals without an answer from Somers, and Wantagh has scored 4 goals in the half, 2 more than Somers.
So Wantagh now with it is going to throw it to the back. Going to find 17, who goes back out to 32. 32 making it movement around, guarded by that Somers. Looks to be, that's Tristan Wachell as he tries to shoot, and it winds up going to the back.
Yeah, I think Wantagh is definitely probably more of like a second half team trying to come back here with more scoring so far.
Yeah, we don't know how they played throughout the season, obviously, but yeah, they came in the second half hungry. Looks to have a new strategy there as Hudson Ruby, a great stop there. And they've made this game a 4-point game now as 4:32 left in the fourth as Somers is going to bring it down. That is Iglesias goes back out. It's going to find Ruby. It's going to find Violante. Violante back out to Tristan Iglesias, who's in the back. Guarded by number 3 of Wantagh. Slowly moving it. Tristan Iglesias only one behind the goal as he brings it to the front now. Can't find an open teammate just yet as Tristan Iglesias goes for the goal and he gets it. Tristan Iglesias with at least his 3rd goal of the day as that one goes on in. Tristan Iglesias, 21, gets it in. A great score, a great goal for him and the Tuskers. He had no players teammates open, so he decided to go for himself, found the angle, shot it, and got it right in. Another great play by Tristan Iglesias. Tristan Iglesias, as well as Cameron Violante, they're going to be 2 players looking at this Tuskers team next year that they're going to be 2 very important players. We're now back in the middle for the face-off once again.
Mayfield, another face-off win for him. He's going to make a pass over to Tristan Iglesias once again. Another goal for Tristan Iglesias, assisted by Matt Mayfield. That's his 4th goal of the day. He ties Dylan Jimenez with 4 goals on the day for Somers.
Yeah, another one for Tristan Iglesias. Yeah, what a day he has had. And while we have a moment as we get towards the end of the third, I want everyone to go in the live chat and comment who you think deserves to be the MVP for this game on the Somers side of things. So comment below and we'll announce the SSBC MVP at the end of the game. And if there's no comments, then it'll be the 3 of us that decide. But yeah.
Once again, a face-off win. Matt Mayfield passes to Tristan Iglesias, who then passes to Miguel Iglesias, who takes a shot, and it's going to be off the post, but rebound scooped up by Tristan. Tristan drops it, unable to keep control there as he's being followed by multiple players. Finally winds up in the stick of Dylan Jimenez to calm down. Passes up to Miguel Iglesias now.
So Miguel Iglesias taking it around. Miguel Iglesias got number 40 on the guard for Wantagh. So it's an attempted shot. Hard to tell who, but it winds up bowling out. But Rush being closer, it's going to start off with it.
Yeah, that was Cameron Violante on the attempted shot there. Just wide there. But Brush to bring it back in. Comes around, has a wide shot right. It's going to go out of bounds then, and Somers will be closest.
So Cameron Violante is going to take it on back as the movement around. Somers spreading on out. We got brushed by him by the goal. We have Iglesias, Violante taking it. As now we're going to wait to see what the call is as players start walking. And yeah, Tristan Iglesias, those 2 phenomenal goals after Wantagh scored 2 quick goals. Tristan Iglesias was able to get the Tuskers extend the lead right back to 6.
Yeah, from what I could tell, I don't believe Cameron Violante was exactly in the spot the referee wanted him to be when they restarted, so I believe that's why they're going to be sending it back there to restart there. But we have 3:09 remaining in the third period of play. Somers leads 15-9.
Teams are spread back out as Violante is back out there, guarded by number 13 as we're heading and back out. Somers spreading around. Movement, Hernandez moving to the back, still waiting to get this started as Violante now taking it around, figures out that there's no option there, so he's going to take it off to his right, goes back out to Hernandez. Hernandez now with it. Hernandez taking it around, goes to the back. Hernandez goes back out. It's going to go back out to Tristan Iglesias, who goes back out to Kelly. It goes up. Mason Kelly with his 2nd goal of the day. And with the goal, number 11, Mason Kelly will bang on the drums all day as that one goes on in. It's a 16-9 lead now for the Tuskers as 11 of Kelly gets his 2nd goal of the day. They find Kelly there, gets himself in position to get it right in for the goal. Guys, what are your thoughts on that?
Somers really answering now. We talked about how Wantagh had 3 goals unanswered, and now Somers has answered with 3 goals of their own. 2 of those were from Tristan Iglesias, and one of those was right off the face-off. And another face-off win by Mayfield. Has some trouble gaining control. Eventually, control is gained by Tristan Iglesias, who's going to pass it over to Miguel Iglesias to calm it down now. Miguel Iglesias taking some checks from behind. He's going to pass to Kelly, who's coming in across the line. He's going to lose the ball there, unable to handle the pass, and it's going to be loose on the ground. It looks like almost picked up by Cameron Violante, and now we've lost it. The referees are going to call it dead.
Yeah, huge crowd of players all trying to get that ball. Looks like Wantagh's now going to get it with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in this third quarter. They're working their way over. Unsure where it is right now. Okay, it looks like Wantagh now has it in 30 at the 30-yard line.
So movement to the back now. It's going to go back out. Finds number 25 now, who's going to find 3 of Wantagh. Passing it around, circling it around, trying And what they're trying to do is just passing it around, trying to find the moment to catch Somers off guard and go sneak in for the goal, as it's a shot that's not caught, winds up pulling out, but it goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Tristan Wachell, which is going to be starting off with it for the Tuskers.
Wachtel gonna pass it to Hudson Ruby in front of the net. Passes it back to Wachtel. Some pressure from Wantagh here as he's gonna make a pass over the line, received by Jimenez. Jimenez to bring it to the 20, and it's gonna be a pass unable to be received by Cameron Violante as the referee blows it dead, and it's gonna be given to Wantagh, I believe, on the out of bounds there.
And as we're having issues, okay, so we're back.
NFHS having some camera difficulties there, but Wantagh has it now. 32 there. He's going to bring it up the sideline, and the play is going to be whistled dead. Ball given to the referee.
Yeah,
it looks like it's going to be awarded to Somers, so Wachtel to start with it. A flag comes out. Wachtel trying to get over the line there. He does get over the line. 1 minute remaining in the third period. He's going to pass behind the net. I believe that is to Brush. Brush passes to Tristan Iglesias, passes to Miguel Iglesias, passes up to Kelly. Kelly passes to Cameron Violante in front of the Wantagh sideline. He works into the middle, passes back to Kelly at the top, who gets into the middle of it and loses the ball. He wasn't totally aware, but the play is going to be whistled dead with 38 seconds remaining in the third period of play, and we'll see who the referees are gonna give the ball to and where they spot it.
Yeah, 38 seconds now remaining. Yeah, some more troubles there by NFHS. Yeah, we'll just have to see what is happening.
And yeah, I have posted the link for the MVP vote. Please go vote in. The link is in the live chat, so please go vote on who you think deserves to be MVP. We'll be recognizing the winner at the end. But 16-9 is your score. 38 seconds left in the third, and yeah, so please make sure to vote. I obviously have a few players in mind, but it's up to the fans to vote. Whoever the fans vote for the most will get it. So now back out to Ryan Bush, who goes around. Movement to the back. It's going to find Miguel Iglesias, who goes back out to Ryan Bush, back out to Kelly. The seniors working together there. As it goes back, it's going to be a loose ball, which winds up rolling out of bounds.
Wantagh is going to start with it with 24 seconds on the clock now. A far pass is going to be actually caught. That was a great reception there. He's running on long on the right side of the field. 3 Somers defenders on him. 10 seconds now left. Wantagh, and he gets it in with 6 seconds now left on the clock. That brings your score 10-16 for Wantagh.
Yeah, what a play to get it in there, as Wantagh not giving up just yet. It's been pretty much even in this one. Now back to, once again, a 6-point game. It's been pretty even in the second half. As that's another one for Wantagh. But before we continue, just something that I really wanted to mention today, as I am in Somers, and I just really wanted to mention this. A cool fact is, as last week was my Eagle Scout Court of Honor, June 7th today was named Benny Silk Day in honor of me being an Eagle Scout in Somers, is something I really wanted to mention that. So today is Benny Silk Day in Somers, something pretty cool, as we're going to head back into the middle now for the face-off. So Matt Mayfield goes back out. It's going to find Miguel Iglesias. Miguel Iglesias with it, as it's going to be taken down, and that's going to do it for the end of the third. Tuskers up by 6. 16-10 is your score. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break. Watch the Somers Sports Broadcast, where we break down the world of sports.
Back, he throws. There's 2 defenders on the tight end.
Interview guests.
We're here with Coach Packard, who will be interviewing today.
Predict upcoming sport games.
to win it 26-23. The Chargers win.
Debate sports.
Who is the best NFL team of all time?
The Cowboys have won 5 Super Bowl titles.
The Patriots, one of the best teams.
Discuss our opinions on the latest in the world of sports.
Alex Bowman. I think he could make it far. He's been impressive.
And much more.
A fumble. This could be game.
I'm with
Nicky Duffy.
Dean Palzall.
I would definitely say DP, Dean Palzolo. He definitely had a great game.
Just a Hail Mary. Will he get it? Bounces off the Bears defenders. Touchdown.
When I first joined last year, you wanted me long distance, but then you threw it.
And I think by now we've really proved that we are the most dominant team in Section 1.
It's going to be a pick. Picked off by Miguel Iglesias, and he's going back.
Watch our weekly talk show episodes of the Soma Sports broadcast. You could find them on YouTube and Spotify.
And welcome back here. Somers currently winning 16-10 over Wantagh, and we're just going to talk a little bit about the third quarter. I'll recap it a little bit. So Wantagh, number 3, started off the third quarter with a goal of his own. Matt Mayfield had a goal unassisted off the faceoff. Then we believe Brett Kennedy had a goal. We were unable to see the camera angle there that we needed to get his number. We believe it was Brett Kennedy. Then Wantagh answered number 3 with a goal. Wantagh number 24 had a goal assisted by number 25. Then Wantagh number 25 had a goal of his own. Answering back is Tristan Iglesias with a goal for Somers. And then he follows up with a second goal assisted by Matt Mayfield off the faceoff. Mason Kelly had a goal of his own assisted by Miguel Iglesias, and Wantagh number 25 had a goal of his own to end off the third quarter. And the faceoff going to be won by Matt Mayfield there and handed off away to Battaglia of Somers, who's going to pass back to Brush coming in from the sideline. So start of the fourth quarter there. We have a 16-10 game. Somers in the lead. Pass back to Tristan Iglesias behind the net. Juking out a defender, trying to work his way to the front. Unable to get in front. He's going to pass to Violante. Violante passes to Brush. Brush with a shot that is knocked down and covered by the keeper there.
It's going to be Wantagh who takes it back now as Wantagh movement down. W's taking it as it's going to be moving around. A great guard defensive effort by the Tuskers. Dean Palazzolo on him, but 32 able to do it. 32 has been a great player for Wantagh today, as well as 17 goes back out to 32. 32 taking his time, goes back out to 17. As it's going to be moving around, goes to the back of Wantagh. And Brandon.
Wantagh, 17, passing back behind the net. 32, passing all the way in front to number 3. 3 passes to number 9. Working away in, passes behind the net once again. That's going to be number 1 with it, directly behind the net, trying to come in front now. Not allowed. 17 passes in front to number 5 there. 5 with a shot that goes in past. Hudson Ruby making this a 16-11 game there. As we have some scoreboard troubles of our own, but that was another goal for Wantagh, number 5.
A great goal there by Wantagh, as Wantagh still back in this one. Number 5 of Matt Gibakaka, yellow. But apologize, and we apologize if we announce any of these last names wrong, especially for the opponent team. We're doing the best we can. That's his first goal of the day, as back in the middle. Matt Mayfield's going to find Mason Kelly. Mason Kelly taking it down. Guarded by Wantagh. Goes back up. It's going to go around. Goes back out to his fellow teammate. Now with it is... who is that? It is Jimenez. Jimenez now has it, as Jimenez is taking it to the back. As that goes up, and Dylan Jimenez gets his 5th goal of the day. Tuskers making a 17-11 game. Tuskers, fortunately, they're wearing their white jerseys today. There was a good chance the Tuskers would be wearing their cool new jerseys, but unfortunately it did not work out. But we're the Tuskers right here as they're out there, and Dylan Hernandez with his fifth goal of the day.
They're really contributing there for Somers. Some of these younger guys and these non-college commits stepping up and taking the place of the college commits that maybe are being more heavily guarded and not getting as many chances to score there. As another face-off win, Mason Kelly scoops it up as it rolls towards the sideline. Mason Kelly with a shot over the keeper's shoulder, in for Mason Kelly.
What a play, a big one up to the goal, a fast goal there as Mason Kelly gets it in. Tuskers making an 11-point lead as the 11 of Mason Kelly gets it on in. What a play for Mason Kelly. And yeah, but talking about throughout this week, so up at Wantagh, there was something on the radio or something, someone was saying how I was the better opponent in the game, and the Tuskers used this for motivation going into this game. The coaches show this to the team to give them motivation, and this has really been another thing to help give the Tuskers momentum and has helped them for this game, as that motivation really helped us. Kelly with it now. As it goes up, it's going to go off to the left. So ball goes on out as it's going to be Tristan Iglesias who starts off with it once again. So now Miguel Iglesias back with it, taking it to the back as we went around, taken to the front as it goes up, as it's going to be a ball, and it's going to be Wantagh who takes it on back, number 25.
Alrighty, so Wantagh already at the 30-yard line. Somers defenders already rolling in, giving Wantagh a little bit more of a challenge. Now they're at the top. That's Wantagh. Stalling, looking for some opening. Now he's going in aggressively. A quick pass over to the back. Some circling around. Now we're on the left side in front of the net. Now we're back behind at the 25-yard line. They're looking for some openings. And it's going to be a shot attempt, but it's going to be really deflected. Somers picks it up.
So now Miguel Iglesias picks it back up as it's going to be a stop there, not going in as 21. The goalie not able to allow that goal, but the Tuskers still up by 7. So not an issue there. Something the Tuskers could afford to lose with 8:17 left, but defense, very important there. Is now 32, moving around. Going to take it across the field. Is 32 with it. Cradling it around as going to throw it back out. So 32, back up, playing catch with his teammate as 17 now with it. 17 guarded by Logan Ruby, who tries to go up for the goal. A great block there by Hudson Ruby, not allowing that one to go in. JJ Penzo tries to grab it before it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, so Wantagh's strategy is really to get up close to the goal, really make it really hard for a goalie to block it. But, you know, Ruby came in here and he blocked that goal, so it's impressive performance. Now Wantagh's going to start with it again from behind the goal, looking for some openings. Staying in tight once again, but defenders are holding him back. Somers gets possession.
So now back out with it. It's going to throw it back out far as going to be with it. Somers working together here as Tristan Wachell. Going to find his teammate as it goes up and to get it in. Hard to tell who that was. That is going to be JJ Penzo, I believe, number 17. With his first goal of the day. What about JJ Penzo? How about JJ Penzo getting it in? We also interviewed JJ Penzo after the first game of the season for a post-game interview against Scarsdale. And yeah, he's been an important player as well, a well-rounded player for this team, as he gets a big goal here for Somers, making it a 19-11 game now with 7:16 left in this one. We're now back in the middle for the face-off, as Mayfield and Wantagh is back out there.
So, Mayfield with a face-off win there. Mayfield storming towards the net. Passes to Iglesias. Iglesias too high for him to handle. And it's going to go out of bounds. Closest is Wantagh.
All right, so Wantagh starting back off with it.
Okay, so Wantagh with some aggressive offensive here. They're trying, running really fast to the goal. Some Somers defenders are spread around, and now they come in. Wantagh with a quick attack attempt, but Somers' defenders able to hold him off. He's gonna pass now up at the top, 25-yard line. Now they're in front of the goal, doing some passing around. Still looking for an opening after that really aggressive attack strategy. Now he's going in aggressive once again, but it's going to be a pass. It's going to be recovered once again from Wantagh. Some passing game around. Now he's on the right side, real close to the goal, but Somers' defense holding him tight. Shot attempt. I believe that doesn't go in, but I think we have a player down.
And he's being helped up. Looks like he is okay, which is good to see as he is up. And it looks like he's going to stay into play as well. So Wantagh starting back up with it as it'll be 32 who starts off with it. 32 movement. That's 17 who starts off with it. Goes back out to 5. Goes back out to 17 as taking it. Playing catch, a little stick catch there as 5 throws back out. It's going to find 25 there. As it's going to be movement around and picked back up by Wantagh. Wantagh taking it. It goes to the back. Goes back to number 32 as 32 is going to take it up. And it's a loose ball there. And now a flag out on the field. We'll see what the call is there as same Wantagh player now down. Helped back up once again.
This time he's going to head over to the sideline, but the flags are out there. See if they're sending anybody off.
Was that a goal for Wantagh? They just adjusted the scoreboard.
It may have been a goal for Wantagh as well. I think
Didn't look like it went in from here. It looked like they called it dead before it even got to the goal, but it looks like they may count that, and we'll wait to hear the official call in a second. But yeah, Wantagh may have just got a goal.
Yeah, never saw the referee put his hands up. Only saw him release the flag. Maybe he put his arms up, indicating the goal afterwards.
So the teams are now spread out. It's now back to a 7-point game as Wantagh is going to start back off with it. Looks like it wasn't a goal as they did not start off with a face-off. So it's still a 19-11 game. So 5:22 left in this one as it goes back to number 1 as it's taken around and it's going to wind up rolling out. So it's going to be Somers who will take over. Brett Kennedy. Brett Kennedy also a big player, an important player on the Tuskers defense this past season as he got including a game-sealing interception in, I believe it was the Avil Park game during the playoffs. So Hudson Ruby, a big throw back out. It's going to find his teammate there, Dean Palazzolo, as it goes back around. Now in the back of the goal, that is Kalen Violante who finds Miguel Iglesias, of course, committed to play lacrosse at Notre Dame, as Miguel Iglesias is going to throw it on back, finds Kelly. Kelly goes back to Hernandez. Hernandez now taking his time as Hernandez moving up guard by number 11. Mendez now with it to the back, rolling it around as we got a timeout, folks. Another timeout. And as we have a moment, I want to take a moment to talk about Somers Sports Broadcasting Club, what the full thing is that we are. So what we do is, one big thing we do is create sport talk show episodes. We're talking about the most recent episode that came out yesterday, but we've done a lot throughout the season. One big thing we do is we do interviews. We've interviewed so many people, including Somers Varsity lacrosse coach, Coach Hirsch. We've also interviewed Miguel and Tristan Iglesias about lacrosse and football, and also introduced Mason Kelly and his brother Gavin about football as well. But yeah, we've done a lot of interviews. We've interviewed Coach Mattio, the football coach, Coach James, Mr. Haddam, and a lot of other student athletes and coaches as well. another cool thing we do is predictions. So, like, we predict games coming up in the NFL, Somers games, and just all around. And another big thing, we just have debates about stuff or just talk about topics going on in the latest sports. And yeah, that's basically Somers Sports Broadcast, the show. So if you haven't already, check it out. It's on the YouTube channel that we're calling this game off of. Yeah, check it out. Once we're done, we'd really appreciate it. And is there anything either you guys want to say also about that or our club?
I think you got it right on.
All right, so welcome back. Yeah, one more thing. We also have done a full-on broadcast productions at a few games as well, so you could go check that out in the Somers broadcast playlists as well. Something very cool. So
Somers players on the sideline jumping up and down, trying to get some energy going. Not sure exactly what's happening here.
So we're now back out. Currently, issues going on with the scoreboard at NFHS. So score is not 100% confirmed, but we'll continue to commentate for now. The score we have. So spread it now back out as the teams get ready to get started. As Brandon would take it away.
Yeah, it appears that they're not showing the ball, or the player with the ball. I don't think they know what they're really doing, but it looks like we have Kelly, so maybe they whistled it dead on the face-off and awarded it to Somers. I believe that's what happened. Maybe that's what Somers was celebrating there, but it's going to end up with Kelly at the top now near the 30-yard line, working around, letting some of his players move across. He's going to go for a shot past the keeper, Mason Kelly, with an unassisted goal, number 11. That is his fourth goal of the night.
Yeah, fourth goal for Mason Kelly as that one goes in. Now 21-12 game. That's according. Regardless, it's either 20-11 or 21-12. Regardless, it is an 9-point game for the Tuskers as we head back out now in the middle for the face-off. And yeah, so another thing I want to hear about from both you guys, Cowboys and Eagles take on each other week 1 of the NFL. So while they discuss, I just want to know what the stance is for that game from both of you for both of your teams. But we'll start that off in a second as Mayfield's going to find Guamino to the back as taking his time now. Guamino back out to Battaglia. Battaglia with it, back out. He's going to throw a far one out to Jimenez. Jimenez now taking it as he's going to bring it back up. Tries to find Iglesias. It winds up rolling out of bounds, and it's going to be Wantagh who takes over at 3:41 left in this one. So Wantagh is going to pick it up. So, all right, so with it now is 32, who goes back out to 25. 25 movement now. As with it now is Wantagh, number 25, goes back up, and that's going to go on in. 25 gets his second goal of the day of Joe Nicholson as that one goes on in it's a 8-point game now as scoreboard says 21-13 as on NFHS as it's an 8-point game, 3:15 left in this one as we're going to head back out once again for the face-off. Matt Mayfield out there again for the Tuskers as we're back at. We got Russell Gamo in the back on the way, and the far left, we got Dylan Jimenez. That's going to go back out to Guamino. Guamino, movement around. Also a senior at Somers High School as he's going to take it to the other side. As Guamino goes back out, it's going to find Ryan Brush. Cool story about Guamino is he did wear the same number that his dad did in varsity football as a kid, as they both played varsity football. As Loose ball. It's going to be picked back up by Wantagh. So Wantagh is going to take it now. Number 11 trying to find a teammate there.
11. Attempted pass. I believe it's going to be out of bounds. Maybe deflected by Violante there, who tried to get a stick on the ball to knock it down. It's going to be awarded there to Wantagh. We wait for them to restart. There we go. It's going to make an immediate pass to number 4. So 4 up the middle of the field now near the 30-yard line, closing in on the 20. He's going to pass off to his teammate number 31. 31 passing behind the net. Attempted pass to 32, I believe. And it's going to roll out of bounds. And the ball is going to be awarded to Somers on the out of bounds there. So that's going to be unsure of the number for Somers there. I don't know who that is, but Dean Palazzolo now with it to take it up the field, showing off those wide receiver skills. And he slips maybe a wet playing surface, as it's called dead there. He's giving the ball to the referee, so referee's going to put it down. And looks like we have a timeout called there.
Yeah, so now I want to hear from both of you. Cowboys, Eagles, week 1. What do you both see happening to both your teams in that one?
As a Cowboys fan, I'm not hopeful. That's all I'll say for now.
Well, as an Eagles fan, I am hopeful. I think it's going to be a pretty good win is what I'm predicting happening. Eagles team is going pretty strong just over the past season, and I think they're going to carry that momentum.
I am hoping that the Madden curse is true for Saquon Barkley, so maybe we can get a little help there.
Yeah, maybe, but yeah, this Eagles team, they're gonna be good. But currently leading in the polls for MVP, we got Brandon Lyle with 32 points, followed by Logan Ruby with 31. Again, this is the poll. Whatever the fans vote, and the player will win the player of the game for the SSBC player of the game. So while we're on a commercial break, you can vote in that poll. It is in the live chat below. So go click on the link and vote on who you think deserves to win the MVP for Somers in this game. We'll announce the winner at the end. But yeah, this has been a great day by Somers. And you guys, what has Somers been doing very good today overall, do you think?
Somers, face-offs. I think Matt Mayfield has been exceptional today. I think, if I'm correct, Wantagh has only won 2 face-offs at most today. So that's amazing because we have multiple. I believe about 6 of those goals are off the face-off there for Somers. So without those goals, it's a totally different game.
But we are back now. Jayden, sorry to cut you off, but talk a little more in a bit as Wantagh is now back with it as they're bringing it down. We also have multiple backups in as that goal goes on in for Wantagh. Who got it?
I believe that's number 45.
45 is Owen Veen, and with the backups coming in, it's looking more and more like now up by 7, 21-14. We got a football score of 45, gets it in for Wantagh. We got a football score. It's looking more and more like the Tuskers are going to be on to Middletown on Wednesday. That game starts at 4 p.m. and will be on NFHS. Hopefully, we'll be doing something for that as well. Either up there, Middletown. It's going to be a long shot, but maybe. Or otherwise, we'll be at one of our houses doing a stream just like this.
Yeah, substitutions I noticed for Somers so far. Number 4, Joey Balacio in on offense. And number 55 of Kieran Pico. And taking the faceoffs now appears to be JJ Penzo. And it's going to be awarded to him. I believe Wantagh went early on the faceoff, so Somers will take over there. He's going to pass it to,
that's Palazzola. That is Di Pasquale as it goes back out to Sullivan. Sullivan's taking it as Sullivan goes back out to Newman. Newman working around as it goes back to Balacio
back to Sullivan.
Yeah, the second strings are definitely getting in now. These are some of the sophomores on the team. But roughly 55 seconds left now on the clock.
As they're just trying to let the clock tick down as the Tuskers are looking to take this game. What surprised me in this game is how much points both teams were able to score. I thought this would be more of a defensive battle, but the offenses really did show up for both these teams as it goes back out now, as it's going to go under and it's going to roll off to the left, as it's going to be Wantagh who takes it on back with 30 seconds left in this one. Brandon.
30 seconds left. There's not much more that, Wantagh can do. They're down by a huge number here for 18 seconds left, and Somers is going to be taking over again on offense, so this is probably going to be the last possession. Somers only has to run out the clock for 15 seconds here, down to 10.
Clock ticking down now as the Tuskers are going to let it go down. Bolesky in, back out to deep pass Squally. They let it tick on down, and the Tuskers are on to Middletown. What a win by this Tusker squad, taking this one 21-14. They're not done yet. A big win as they move on to the next round of the playoffs.
The Tuskers are your NYS PHSAA Class C regional champions.
And right now, your last chance to vote in the MVP poll. We're going to announce the winner in just 2 seconds. But first, I want to hear both of your final thoughts on the game today.
Amazing game today. Somers played well, especially on those faceoffs. Goalies performed well for Somers today. Numerous shots that were blocked or fielded from the ground. So, great job there by Hudson Ruby. Jayden.
Yeah, definitely more scoring in the second half, I will say. Yeah, the defense has definitely been on top of it today. I think Wantagh had pretty even scoring, maybe some extra scoring in the second half, and Somers just been carrying it the whole way through. Yeah, it's a great game. I'm excited to see Somers at Middletown next week. Yeah, what about you, Benny?
Yeah, looking forward to that as well. Somers just played phenomenal throughout this one, from beginning to end. They just gave an amazing team effort. Miguel Iglesias, they were playing great defense on Miguel Iglesias, and this allowed his other teammates to show up, work together, and play phenomenal in this one. And it was a great win for this Tusker squad, winning this one by 7, 21-14. And I'm excited to see that this is not over. I feel like this is just the beginning. Still 2 more games to go from winning the Class C championship, but I felt like since the beginning of the season, especially since that New Canaan team, that this team is special, and they get another win here. But yeah, that's basically going to wrap it up. We got the MVP poll winner is Brandon Lyle on defense with 32 points, followed by Logan Ruby with 31, Ryder Pelkey with 30. Those are your final results. The fans voted for in the poll for this game. So Brandon Lyle, you're the SSBC MVP for this game. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for tuning in. If you tuned in and watched us, we really much appreciate it. And also, make sure, if you want to check out our content, check out our YouTube. 502 views. Wow, that one of our best performances yet. Yeah, make sure to check out our YouTube, check out our Instagram, Facebook, follow that to see a little ads for the content we do on YouTube. But yeah, it's called the Somers Sports Broadcast for everything. But I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'm Benny Silk.
I'm Jayden Ferry.
Brandon Nappi.
The Tuskers take this one 21-14. Have a great day, everyone, and we'll see you at the next game.